Good evening, everyone. Happy Wednesday. What's going on, my friends? How is everybody doing this evening? Hello. This evening we are making a patriotic boot. We have some beautiful peonies. Look at those, y'all. And we have a red, white, and blue, couple of red, white, and blue picks. And then, of course, digging in my stash, I found some leftover stuff. This is from Valentine's. From the Valentine's. I don't know if y'all remember the pink boot I did for Valentine's. This is what was left over after I took the hearts off, so we're going to use this. Why not? And give it some sparkly. And then we might use some tulips. We might. Hello, everybody. Come on in. Have a seat. Let's do something fun and beautiful. All right. I already loaded my board up, as y'all can see. For those that like a screenshot, give it a second. There we go. All right. And then you're going to cut 16 pieces of mesh, 20 inches long. All right. Happy Wednesday, my friends. Where is everybody? Oh, Facebook just now sent out the notification that I was live. And of course, anything that I do, those of you that are familiar with using zip ties, you just adapt this to using zip ties. Let's go. I know, Tina Kelly, aren't you proud of me? Keep your snow. Wait, you said snowstorm. Where is everybody tonight? Let go. Yeah, my affiliate code is Jackie. Now, just Jackie. Row. Did y'all like Jackie's picks this week? It's been raining for 2 days here in my part of Kentucky. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Jackie. I'm one of the designers here with Unique in the Creek. And I think I'm the only Southern designer now in the group. Everybody else is Northerners. I guess I better get my one zip tie out to make Lori happy. We are making a patriotic cowboy boot. Y'all, I'm the person that sits over here and is conflicted about the seasons. And I'm going to tell you why. I love the warmth of summer, okay? But I don't like the snakes at all. So when it's cold outside, I don't have to worry about stepping out of my house and a snake laying in my path. I did. Hello, Miss Judy. See, that's me. If I see a snake, I'm walking on water. Okay? All of a sudden, for some reason, when I see a snake, you would think that there is nothing wrong with my back. Like, I'm telling you right now. The minute I see a snake, it's like the hand of God was laid on me and I was healed. Run, girl. I'm here to tell you, that's exactly what that looks like, too. We have garter snakes. We have copperhead snakes. We have king snakes. I don't even want to think about what else we have around here. Water moccasins. Copperheads are the worst ones, and that's because they're most active during fall, and they blend right in with the leaves. Exactly. There's my zip tie. Australia. Sharon, we were just talking about snakes and then you come from Australia. I always thought that I wanted to visit Australia, and then I learned that the top 10 deadliest animals in the world are in Australia. Gives new meanings to the word lions and tigers and bears, oh my. Yeah, that's like... king snakes eat the poisonous snakes. So when a king snake comes around, like, I ain't trying to kill it because, you know, they eat the poisonous snakes. But, you know, I ain't gonna try to make friends with it either. See, that's how I feel. Like, I don't care, like... just keep it off of my... they lay across my front door step because my front door step is concrete, y'all. And they will lay there in sun. So every now and then when I pull up to my house, I've got one laying like straight across my front door. Woohoo! Go Tina! Yeah, Lynn. Welcome to Kentucky. We do have, like, snakes around here. I live out in the country. I think I read at one point in time it was either Iceland. Yeah, it was Iceland has no snakes. Like, that's retirement goals. Well, howdy from Kentucky. Where is everybody tonight? Charlotte, you are lucky if that is all you have ever seen in your lifetime. I am here to tell you. I got a question to ask you. I have a conversation for y'all. How many of you are dog owners? I got a question for y'all. I have one Chihuahua and I have a Buster. Buster is a mixed something or other. We have no idea. We just love him. I got any cat owners in here? All right, we're going to cut, 12 pieces of each of these, 14 inches long. Lynn, okay, so let me tell y'all what happened the other day while I'm sitting here cutting the ribbon. And don't forget, we're cutting 12 pieces of each ribbon, 14 inches long. I used to have a Great Pyrenees. But anyway, so our normal vet died last year, y'all. And another vet came in and took over the clinic. And it was time to take the dogs to get shots, checkups, things like that. And Chica was the star pupil behaving herself, y'all. She was just absolutely wonderful. She let him give him the shots, never made a peep, nothing like that. Buster, he was having issues. Buster does not like leaving the house without my husband. I don't know what that's about, but that's truth. And me and Tiffany had took them because Greg was at work. So Buster was stuck with us, and apparently that just wasn't acceptable. But he kind of like whined the whole time. I mean, he was behaved. He let him give him the shots. He didn't fight on that or anything else. But I was kind of put out, and I don't know if y'all would feel the same way, so I'm just kind of curious if I'm overreacting. But I was kind of put out that the vet didn't even talk to the dogs, didn't say their names, didn't pet them, didn't tell them that they were good, you know, pet them after they give them the shots, you know, or anything like that. Like, kind of having a relationship with them. And I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but dental issues are pretty common with Chihuahuas. So we have to take Chica, and she has to go get her teeth cleaned quite often. So I was sitting there and I was leaving, also making the appointment for Chica to get her teeth cleaned and paying the vet bill. And by the time we left there and did that, I don't know what the woman was thinking, but Chica was a he, and Buster was getting his teeth cleaned. And that was from the lady at the front desk after I told her we needed the appointment for Chica to get her teeth cleaned, and she kept on going his, and I was just very upset. Okay, thank you. I thought maybe I was overreacting, but I just wasn't thrilled about the bedside manner. It was like they took the dogs, flipped them around, and of course every now and then you have little spots that creep up on your dogs that you want them to look at while you're there. Areas of concern and whatnot. And he took Buster and he flipped him over and looked at the spot and just gave me, I was like, I was very, like, I don't know. And as I don't know if y'all have ever, I know some of y'all have seen Buster. He's a beautiful dog. He's a handsome boy, and he's very friendly, y'all. And the vet didn't even pet him or scruff him around, like nothing. I was like, what is wrong with this guy? And it probably wouldn't be so bad because my husband was like, oh, people have a bad day. And I was like, well, did the receptionist have a bad day too? So, yeah. So, needless to say, after Chica gets her teeth cleaned, we will be finding another vet. And the other thing that was saying, I don't know if y'all realize, like, we have indoor dogs. Our dogs don't go outside. Buster does every now and then, but so like one of the shots they don't need, and next I was paying for shots, a set of shots that they didn't need before I walked out of there. So it was very upsetting. All right, on the outside row, we're going to put one of each ribbon into the tie. Yeah, didn't even give them a treat for behaving. No treat. Didn't even get a treat for behaving, y'all. Got their shots and kicked them out the door. Didn't even mention the fact that we have a vet tech that comes by the house once a month for our dogs because they taking them to the vet. So they come by once. The vet tech comes by once a month to clip their claws and give them a little checkup. And we knew the dogs were overweight. Did the vet say anything about their weight? Nope. We told the vet also that we were making our own food for the dogs. Didn't ask what was in it. Didn't want to make sure we weren't doing anything wrong. And sent us on our way. Even my daughter was a little, like, put out. I just felt like, you know, a vet normally is trying to make it a good experience for your animals. You know, kind of. He didn't. Didn't care. Yep. We will be finding a new vet. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. It was more than having a bad day because, you know, the whole thing trickled over to the receptionist. I just didn't get the impression that they love animals at this vet clinic. Like, animals are just business. They're just a business. I just went to college, and I got my doctorate in veterinary medicine to make a lot of money. That's the impression I got. Ooh, ooh. I had one of my Jackie thoughts. I do have some of that mesh. I gotta get it. Got to get it. Well, that's what I thought, Elaine. I was like, did they not, I mean, like, right? I don't know. The receptionist looked like she was chronically pissed off. My daughter gets excited at every animal she sees, even if she's seen them 10 times. That's why my daughter's going to school to be a veterinarian. All right, so on the outside, we did 2 ribbons in each tie. The ties are closer together on the inside, so we're just going to alternate our ribbon and put 1 of each in the tie. Yeah, I kind of don't care if they had a fight. Like, you can have a fight and then you see a cute little dog and it makes it all go away. Or see a cat. I don't care if you're cat, dog person, whatever. Because somebody came in behind us that had cats. So something should have put them in a good mood. And I mean, yes, we're all partial to our own dogs and cats and whatnot. But Buster's pretty stinking cute, y'all. Everybody has ever seen Buster just loves him. Loves him. He is the epitome of puppy dog eyes. If Tiffany was in here, I'd show y'all Buster, but she's off somewhere. I can't pick Buster up. Buster weighs about 30 pounds. He's not a big dog, but he's a thick dog, y'all. He has lots of fur. If Tiffany appears out of nowhere, y'all, I'll have her get Buster. He's a sweet boy. Buster loves all animals. He loves cats. We call him our lovey. Because he does. He loves animals. Like, we'll have stray cats come up and he wants to make friends with them. And then he doesn't understand why they don't want to make friends with him. He looks at my husband like, what? What'd I do wrong? I just want to make friends with them. I want to play with them. He's a mixed breed. We rescued him. Like I said, if my daughter appears out of nowhere, I'll show you Buster, because like I told you, I can't pick him up. I'm strong enough to pick him up, but my back says, no, you don't. We don't risk it. Let me see if I can summon Tiffany. I love my Buster, y'all. I love my Chica too. All right, y'all. As y'all know, this is where I'm like, oh yeah, I do have more of that. And I do. And we're going to use it. Ugh. Let's put some hay in this wreath. The appearance of hay. Hey, hey. Hey, hey. All right, so we're going to cut 16 of these, 10 inches. Because that's all we need. Okay, I'm not going to put one under the bow. That's only 15 pieces. But that's okay. Don't really need one under the bow because, yep. And I don't want to open a new roll for just one piece of mesh. I was like, where's my... See, that's why I usually put this in first. I thought my daughter would appear out of nowhere, but she hasn't. Yeah, the only reason I cut 15 is because I ran out of mesh. So I'm just not going to have one underneath the bow. And so the whole reason, put my... is so I can go ahead and plan where my bow is going to go. And it's going to go up here. See, because all this space right here. This will really give it a kind of a Western look, y'all. I thought if I sent my daughter a text message, she'd respond, but apparently not. I think that's because she has her phone up to her ear. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to whistle. I'm sorry. My dogs don't do anything if I whistle. Nothing. Go ahead and kind of mark my one spot here. So we're going to put this here. Like so, and then we'll skip because the bow will go approximately right in this area. So we'll skip this one. Miss Janet, if you watch the replay at the very beginning, I show you the back of the board, exactly what rows I use, so you can get a screenshot of it. It's at the very beginning of the video. Uh-oh, Buster's getting ready to appear. I think I hear a car door. That would be my husband. Just about got this on, and then we're going to add our bow before we add our boot. And as y'all saw, I kind of earmarked where the bow is going to go. So far, so good. I like this, y'all. I'm liking it. Da-da-da-da-da-da. All right, y'all. Let's get our bow maker out. And a really long pipe cleaner. All right, start off with putting your pipe cleaner. There's Buster. Doesn't do me any good. I can't pick him up. And put it right in the center. And we're going to start out using a 4-inch ribbon tonight, because all our other ribbons are going to be 1.5 ribbons. So because we're using 1.5 ribbons, we kind of need a little extra support. Let me get a... let me get a better 4-inch. Hold on. That's not the canvas one I thought it was. Yes, Chica has a big mouth, my friends. She can't help herself. All right, so we're going to make what's called a terry bow. And with our 4-inch ribbon, we're going to start out with 7-inch loops, one on each side. Hello, Mr. Chocolate. New alive. All right, so we're going to cut our tails approximately the same length of our loops. So I got this to really keep it rustic looking, cowboyish. A good plaid will do that. And we're going to do 4 loops of this ribbon, and we're going to do it at about 6.5 inches. And our tails are going to, once again, be the same length as our loops. Oh, do y'all hear him? Y'all hear him? That's Mr. Buster. All right, now we're going to come in with the red and white stripe. And we're going to do it 6 inches, 4 loops with the red and white stripe. Y'all, I think I'm going to have to get Tiffany. Did Daddy forget about you? I hear you, pal. I know. I know. I'm just like, I don't know what to tell you. Buster's usually not this talkative. So as we go up for this, like I said, this is the terry bow. We're going to cut our tails approximately the same length of our loops all the way up. Y'all, hold on a second. I got to get my daughter for Buster. Hold on. I'm so sorry. Hey, Tiffany. I need you to come here, please. Any more yelling? He's just sitting here whining. I have no idea. Your dad came home and he's been just sitting there whining ever since. All right, we're going to do 4 loops of the star ribbon. Come here, since you picked him up. Since Tiffany picked him up. This is Mr. Buster. Like, his face is so stinking cute. Show them your handsomes. Show them how handsome you are. He's so handsome, y'all. Look at this face. Look at that face. What could you not love about that face? Bye, Mr. Booster. He's a fluff ball, y'all. All right, so we're doing 4. And then we're going to come back in with the plaid and do 3 loops of the plaid. See, right? How could you not like him? He is. He's thinking cute, isn't he? Right, Kim? That's what I said. Hey, sis. Yeah, I think the plaid ribbon really countryfies the wreath. All right, my friends. Once you get your bow made, take your pipe cleaner. Okay, this is what makes it easy to get it off your bow maker. And you crisscross your pipe cleaner through there. Now, if you don't have very good hand strength, have a zip tie on deck. But your pipe cleaners, you can use it to pull your ribbon up and it'll hold your stack in place so your stack won't fall apart. So not everybody has the hand strength to do this with a pipe cleaner, and that's fine. Grab a zip tie. All right, so let me find my spot. So my spot is approximately right here. So I got my wreath upside down, y'all. Right side up, my spot's right here for my bow. Okay? Somehow I messed up. We're moving this over. It's going to be over here. I'm going to fluff this a bit. Just for size reference, y'all. All right. So I'm putting my bow up here. Here's my zip tie for the top of the wreath. Okay. So I'm going over your center. 1, 2, 3. 2 over from center, or 3, however you want to say it. Now you don't want to pull your bow all the way down into the mesh, otherwise it kind of like squeezes your bow, but you want to pull it down till you get resistance. So a terry bow fluff's different than you've typically seen fluff bows. You're going to alternate your loops and tails. So notice how I have my loops and my tails. You're not pulling your tails down, you're going to alternate. So with our double loops, we're going to pull those apart and then put the tail between the 2 loops. Pull those apart and leave the tail between the 2 loops. Okay? Now, because I used all 1.5 ribbons, notice how the 4-inch ribbon really gave it the size. So now we're ready to put our boot on. And to attach the boot, I'm going to use a hole punch. And I'm just going to make little discrete holes. That's the nice thing about metal. It's not going to rip, tear, or anything like that. So you can put a little hole pretty far to the outside. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to make little discrete holes, one at the top. And one at the bottom. And then we're going to grab a couple of pipe cleaners. And then because everything else on the wreath is tan, you're not going to notice it. Once again, find the top of my wreath. The top of my wreath is actually right here. Right here is where the top is. So I'm going over off center just a smidge to add my boot. Come back here, boot. If I can keep from dumping it off my wreath. All right, once again, with your boot, attaching it, you don't want to pull this all the way. You want to pull down until you get resistance. Now, to make sure my boot doesn't fall down into my wreath, then I might end up cutting this tail down a little bit. Okay, to make sure that my boot doesn't fall down, I'm actually going to come back here with my pipe cleaners. And that is called leverage, and it'll keep it from sliding down. So that's the reason I don't have to pull my wreath attachments so far into my wreath, is because I'm using leverage to keep it from sliding down. Well, of course, I'm making a Texas-looking wreath. Dre shows up. Miss Texas herself. I get my hand to work, y'all. Just a smidge, y'all. That way my boot doesn't get covered up. All right, moving on. We have florals, y'all. Of course we do. We have patriotic florals, y'all. And then, all right. So let me show you. This bush has a little bit of interesting texture on it. It's actually got some hydrangea. See that right there? A hydrangea. And it's got these little bushes on it. And then it has the peonies. And then it has little peony buds. All right. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take 3 of the big peonies off. And I'm going to kind of push the greenery up. The greenery's not bad, so we're just going to... 1. And that will be our start. Now we'll probably use some of this other off of here, but that's just the start, okay? Now we go to the world of hot glue. All right, and we're gonna hot glue this in here. I'm going to kind of go pretty far in there because I don't want these pieces sticking out. And when I'm hot gluing it, I'm making sure that I use a lot of hot glue because we don't want that coming out later on. And once this cools down, I'm going to spread that out to really fill the wreath out. I'm also going to look and make sure as I do this that I've got them all right side up. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the bad thing is when I got those flowers, I got the last bunch. Now, she had some gorgeous blue ones left, so you could do this with the blue peonies. But she didn't have any more red ones. And she had white peonies too, so you could use the white peonies with a different kind of red flower. The peonies came from the Ribbon Shed, y'all. And the Ribbon Shed, don't forget, is also a distributor of the Unique and the Creek boards. And like I said, here in just a little bit, I am going to come back and spread these out. All right. Next up, our florals. I always start right across from my bow with my first largest floral. Let me make sure I've got top because that's important. And that's going to be right here. So this is where I'm starting my triangle, basically. And we're going to heavily hot glue that. We're going to make sure that gets down in there all nice and you want to make sure as you add these that you're adding them at the same depth to keep your balance in your wreath. Okay, so we have 3 of these. We're going to use these. And we only have 2 buds, so we can't use those, but that's okay. But we do have enough big peonies for... But we are going to use the greenery out of it. All right. Next thing I'm going to add is a little bit of tulips, and that's just to add another size. Floral. We're going to make sure that there's 3 buds on each one that we get. That's just to keep the balance. Everything's about balance, y'all. That's just a little bit long. I'm not sure if we're going to add these now. I kind of like it the way it is, but I got them out. But I think we'll save these for like a firecracker patriotic wreath. That does have a lot of glitz and glam. This is country, so we'll save these for another project. Ta-da! What do y'all think? Or should I say, yeehaw? All right, my friends. See, I don't think I'll see y'all till next week. I think. Yeah, I was with y'all this Saturday. It's every other Saturday. So, yeah, hey, Gail. So, yeah, it'll be next week. I will see y'all next Wednesday. Little bit of country. Little bit of country, a little bit of rock and roll. All right, my friends. Y'all have a great rest of the week. Have a great weekend. I will see y'all next week. Don't forget, when you're shopping with Unique in the Creek, please use my affiliate code, which is my name, Jackie, Jackie.